Captain, if we could just talk in private. Obviously, this isn't working. It's a personal thing. Maybe it'd be better.
Shut up, Mel.
What's going on? It's your boy Syntell with the Intel, and you can already see Rekkai is in the building. What's going on, champion?
Hello, Governor.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. The movie 7. Let's get started. Morgan Freeman. This was another big one for Morgan Freeman, too.
A younger Morgan Freeman. Like, he's only about 80 in this. So.
My man came out the womb 55.
Yeah. They gave him his birth certificate and an AARP card at the same time, right?
2 hours, there's nothing new. Then they heard the gun go off, both barrels. Crime of passion.
So is he a detective?
Yeah, it's, you know, this movie is what, 29 years old? It's almost 30 years old, if you could believe that.
He's dead. His wife killed him. Anything else has nothing to do with us.
Look at young Brad Pitt, another movie that kind of like really launched him into superstardom. He was already a star, but I mean, even more so.
Lieutenant, I apologize for interrupting you. I just get in town 20 minutes ago. They dumped me here. Look, Bill.
Man, he said he'd been in town 20 minutes.
Now, I wasn't standing around guarding the Taco Bell. I worked homicide 5 years.
Not here.
I understand that.
Well, over the next 7 days, detective, you'll do me the favor of remembering that.
Okay. You want to establish who the top dog is here.
I don't care nothing about how you bark. Stay off my porch.
So that's how it's done around here.
I beg your pardon, detective, but this guy's been sitting in a pile of his own piss and shit. If he wasn't dead, he would have stood up by now.
All right. Thank you, officer.
Keep in mind, this is also on the end of Brad Pitt on his run, too. Just coming out of obscurity. He did True Romance before this, Interview with the Vampire, kind of put him on the map. And then Legends of the Fall blew him up. And then he did 7 right after this.
I never seen Legends of the Fall. Big back, big back, big back.
Face down, back up.
Yeah, because his ass and his back are synonymous at this point. See how there's no light? They just look at everything with the flashlights.
Oh, is that barbed wire?
Yeah. That was hands and his feet.
We had this case once. Guy dead on the ground. Not back.
I can't imagine the stench.
I'm throwing up right now.
I didn't see any. Help yourself.
A bucket of vomit.
An awful outfit, though.
His room, light's the problem. Hi, how are you?
Hey.
Detective Mills, would you go help the officers question the neighbors?
Wait, I see what you're pointing at, but that means nothing.
Okay. He's got lines of distension across the duodenum, and the interior wall is ripped open.
Right now, this makes me want to start like doing some sit-ups and working out. Like,
He was hemorrhaging internally, and there was a hematoma in the rectus and the transverse abdominis muscles.
So he did die by eating.
Yes and no.
Ugh.
Killer put a bucket beneath him, kept on serving.
Ugh.
Coroner said this could have gone on for more than 12 hours. Victim's throat was swollen, probably from the effort.
there's Arlie Ermy.
That's when the killer kicked him, and he burst.
Oh.
Sadistic.
Ugh.
Simple as that.
In the grocery bags, we found 2 receipts. That means the killer stopped in the middle of everything and made a second trip to the supermarket.
No, I'm with him.
This is beginning.
We've got 1 dead guy, not 3.
No motive.
Don't even start that big brain of yours cooking on this, all right?
Yeah, he's right.
This can't be my last duty. It's just gonna go on and on and on.
You're retiring. 6 more days and you're all the way gone.
6 days.
So he was retiring in 7 days.
Captain, if we could just talk in private. Obviously, this isn't working. It's a personal thing. Maybe it'd be better.
Shut up, Mel.
I'm sorry, old buddy, but it looks like you're stuck cleaning up the fat man.
My man said, I'm about to be out of here. I ain't trying to end it with this.
And stuff like that, like there's no motive. Like you don't know what a person's into, what it would take to find.
For 10 minutes, and 10 minutes only.
Hey, there, Richard Roundtree.
If those questions do not come in a calm, sane.
I didn't even realize he was in this.
Does he got a gold in his mouth?
They have their very best men on this. This will be the very definition of swift justice.
No pressure, right?
No pressure.
Ah.
Pardon me, George.
My man is hunting and pecking. You a little old to be talking like that.
One fingers, too.
That's what I'm saying.
Eli Gould was found murdered this morning. Someone broke into his law firm and bled him to death.
And bled him to death. Ugh.
I don't think you're leaving. Hell, you can't leave all this.
You made it.
I don't understand this place any longer.
It's the way it's always been.
Maybe you're right.
You do this work. You were made for it, and I don't think you can deny that.
Ain't that the dude from Full Metal Jacket?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, R. Lee Ermey.
Found him in
Sarge.
Fat Boy's stomach. Mixed in with food. Looks like plastic, little pieces of plastic.
Set him on the desk, please.
They were fed to him.
Little piece of plastic.
It means that this is beginning. This was found behind the same refrigerator.
Gluttony.
Written in Greece.
The 7 sins. Gluttony, greed, wrath, sloth,
Greed,
envy, and
Sloth.
wrath.
wrath, pride, lust.
Oh, pride, yeah. Pride, lust. Okay. Yeah.
Hold on. That's not even
My man
my
said it
desk.
was written in Greece. My man said this ain't even my
Expect
desk.
5 more of these.
There'll be 5 more.
All these books. A world of knowledge at your fingertips. What do? You play poker all night.
Hey, man, don't be mad at them. Hey. I be right there playing with him, too. I can't even lie.
How's this for culture?
Hey,
Look
man,
at,
ain't that the dude?
Big
My
Red.
hours are between. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it the 5 heartbeats, I think?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good work, officer.
My man got the Cliff Notes. You remember them?
Mm-hmm.
Boy, you couldn't tell me nothing about Cliff Notes when I was in high school.
Oh, sorry. Be out of your way in a second.
Oh, that was his office. That was his office, and now it's Mill's office.
You want your chair?
No, you go ahead.
He said, no, my brother.
Nope. He's like, nope, this is your office. I do not want to get comfortable. I'm out of here in a couple days. Just riding this out, my boy.
Oh, for those that don't know, Cliff Notes is a summary of a book.
This is Detective Somerset. Well, it's nice to talk to you, too.
Hello, man.
Loser.
Oh, you did.
That makes sense. She needs to know the man who's going to keep her husband safe.
That part, exactly.
Very happy to meet you. I've heard a lot about you.
Spending all that time? Yeah, I need to know you.
Oh, it's a good name, William. William, I'd like you to meet David. David, this is William.
All right, I'll be right back.
Yeah. Mills and Somerset is like the military. Everybody by their last name. You don't even know their first name.
Yeah.
Anyone who spends a significant amount of time with me finds me disagreeable. Just ask your husband.
Yeah.
That's the thing, like, Brad Pitt does not look a whole lot different than he did 30 years ago.
Bit by a vampire. Oh, no.
Okay, so
Wait a minute.
so that definitely is not San Francisco.
Then I start wondering why will he only bring us here for 5 minutes at a time, yeah?
We found out the first night.
The soothing, relaxing, vibrating home.
Yeah, all right, laugh it up.
The real estate agent should have his ass whooped.
Infamous, really.
Now listen, the body was found on Tuesday morning. The office was closed on Monday, which means the guy could have gotten in on Friday.
Happened over the weekend.
No cartilage, no bone, but only flesh.
Ah.
To Venice.
Didn't see it.
His task done, and he would go free.
I remember we had to read that in high school. The Merchant of Venice, right? I think that's what it was.
It's used as teaching tools.
Yeah, like in the Parsons Tale and what's his Dante.
You read them?
Yeah. Parts. Hey.
Parts.
What's what?
Attrition. It's when you regret your sins, but not because you love God.
Like because someone's sticking a fucking gun in your face.
Forced attrition. Okay. Never heard that before.
Gould's wife. She was out of town at the time, so this means she saw something.
What if it's a...
Huh.
She wasn't too happy about it.
Strange.
At all.
I don't see anything.
You're sure?
Please, I can't do this right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to focus. Like,
Ah, he's fucking with us. That's what he's doing. See this? This is us.
that would worry me.
I can tell you guys, just
Help
by
me.
looking at the swirl pattern, not the victim's fingerprints.
They're not the victim's fingerprints.
So it's not the victim's fingerprints.
I can't imagine how fast it is to do that today. If that was 30 years ago.
Do it on your phone probably now.
Yeah, I bet you could.
Don't try to tell me you didn't get that rush tonight. I assure you, we're getting somewhere.
Ashtray. It took me a second to figure out what that was. I forgot what those things were.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's been so long.
His parents gave him a very strict Southern Baptist upbringing, but somewhere along the line, they fell short. Now, Victor dabbled in drugs, armed robbery, and assault.
John C. McGinley, of course, the SWAT team. And remember, this is a high-profile murder, so
Greed murder victim. Yes, sir. Now, we're going to finish
we're
this
going
thing
to
up
take him
today,
down loudly
Victor's
so
been
that
out of
everyone's
circulation for a
good.
while, but there's still a resident.
Buddy on the right, the cop that was on the right. The dude talking. I've
John C.
seen him before.
McGinley?
Yeah.
Never in my 34 years, knock wood. I've only taken my gun out 3 times with the intention of using it. Never pulled the trigger.
Wow.
That's deep.
They love this.
They love it.
They distinctly coming in with the shoot first.
Oh, yeah.
Get up your...
Oh, shit.
Oh.
This picture was dated 3 days ago.
3 days ago.
Ah.
Oh, what could he
Must be the
Is
first
that,
one. Look,
is that what he started like?
it's dated exactly 1 year ago today.
A year ago.
He been doing this for a year?
He's laughing at us. You got what you deserved. He's alive! Tucker's alive! Stop me! Hands down! Emergency on that ambulance!
Dude, what?
Right.
Dude, that is a ghoul from,
Fallout.
what the hell?
Yo, that's wild.
Now, has he tried to speak or communicate in any way?
Even if his brain were not mush, which it is, he chewed off his own tongue long ago.
Ah. Ah.
He's experienced about as much pain and suffering as anyone I've encountered, give or take. And he still has hell to look forward to.
Dang.
Right.
Ah.
That's a line right
That's
there.
a line right there, right? Ah.
If you can, just give me a call, okay? I have to go now. Good night.
This is weird. I mean, she definitely don't want him like that. So
I remember getting up one morning and going to work. Just another day like any other, except it was the first day after I knew about pregnancy.
That is a very different day.
Yep. Because it's no longer about you.
That's about all the advice I can give you, Tracy.
So she called him because they in New York City. She absolutely hates it.
It's dismissive to call him a lunatic. Don't make that mistake.
Come on, he's insane. Look, right now he's probably dancing around in his grandma's pants.
And he rubbing himself with peanut butter too.
That is a funny ass visual.
We walked into that apartment apartment exactly 1 year after he tied Victor to the bed. 1 year to the day. He wanted us to.
Don't know that for sure.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
This note he left. His first words to us. Long is the way and hard that out of hell leads up to light.
Mm.
He's right so far. I imagine the will it takes to keep a man bound for a full year.
Yeah.
To insert tubes into his genitals. This guy's methodical, exacting, and worst of all, patient.
He's a nutbag.
No, he's wrong.
We'll make a list. At the top, we'll put purgatory, Canterbury Tales, anything relating to the 7 deadly sins.
Oh, I know what he's doing.
What would he study to do the things he's done?
I know what he's
What
doing.
his interest now? Jack the Ripper, for instance.
The same thing that he did, where he went and checked out all the books at the library.
Yeah, help yourself. Well, that was money well spent.
Yeah.
Dude, he got to learn. Like, he's upset. He wants his money back. Mm-hmm.
Anyone who checks out a flag book has his library records fed into the FBI's computers from then on.
Wait. How is this legal?
Keep in mind, this is 95.
It doesn't matter. It probably is legal now after the Patriot Act was passed.
Yeah. That's what I said. Keep in mind, this is 95.
Of human bondage.
Not what you think.
Okay. Marquis de Chardin.
The Marquis de Sade.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You do the talking. Put that silver tongue of yours to work.
No. I've been talking to my wife.
Mills.
My man just let it go.
Yeah, he put out the Roscoe and bus. Ooh. Dude can shoot too.
Let's say what? Corners and doors.
Lock your door.
Get out of the fucking hall, please!
He's all piss and vinegar, young ass. Just take off running.
Right?
The old
Like,
man.
he ain't asked for no backup. He ain't just just go.
Dang. He let loose. Oh,
Ooh,
shit.
good stunt. Goodness.
The dude don't know what a break is? Like, come on, my boy.
Oh. Gots to be more careful.
Gots to be more careful, my boy. And he dropped his gun.
He's got his gun back. Look at that.
No, wait.
Talking about.
Yeah, he's angry.
We got probable cause. Come on.
Think about it.
Think?
How did we get here? I can't tell anyone about
Oh,
this.
come on.
I can't tell anyone.
By the time we go to a warrant, someone else. Nah, fuck that.
We need a reason to knock on this door. Think about it.
He's not wrong. He's like, oh, did you hear that inside? Is that someone screaming?
You're right. No point in arguing it.
There's no point in arguing anymore. You know how many times I've been in a situation with the homie and they just do something absolutely stupid and it's like, well, we here now.
Yeah.
You can't undo it.
When the murders was happening. So
You called Detective Somerset, right?
yeah, right. So I called a
Somerset.
detective because this guy was looking creepy and
I almost didn't notice it had happened, but I suddenly threw up all over him. He was not pleased, and I couldn't stop laughing.
Ugh, that sounds like the Joker.
Well, I appreciate that. John, I'll tell you...
No, you listen, all right? I'll be readjusting my schedule in light of today's little setback.
Setback.
Oh, no! Come on, this way.
You know, the whole time, the sad thing about it is, besides them, like, you know, catching him off guard at his house,
yeah,
they've been playing catch up the whole time. Like, all they're doing is following the clues that the breadcrumbs he lead to the next one. Like,
yeah,
there's no way they're gonna stop this dude unless he wants them to stop him. You know what I'm saying? Like, because right now he's so methodical. It's not like, oh, it said it had lust carved on the door.
Some guys are carrying suitcases full of stuff.
She was just sitting on the bed.
Oh.
Yeah, what the hell is, what is that? What kind of?
Yeah.
Oh, see, okay, see, we escalate now, like, because it's been bad. But
look at the both of them in separate interview boxes. Both of them like, yo.
Yeah, because they know there's a couple, at least a couple more murders to go. Like,
I just don't think I can continue to live in a place that embraces and nurtures apathy as if it was a virtue.
Let me show you 2024.
Listen.
It's easier to steal what you want than it is to earn it. Yeah. It's easier to beat a child than it is to raise it. Now, love costs. It takes effort.
Yes.
Yes.
We're talking about everyday life here. You can't afford to be this naive.
Because it's easy for us to write people off as crazy.
I think you want to believe him because you're quitting. But I won't. I won't say that. I don't agree with you.
Or you can put yourself out of your own misery.
Come on. Cut off her nose.
Spite her face.
Woo!
Spite her face.
Now! Toes on the ground!
Jesus Christ.
They said he had just cut her nose off. Here's the thing, though. I just said that they not gonna stop him unless he want to be stopped. He done walked in here.
Brandon in his apartment. Looks like he's been doing it for quite some time.
Yo, my man is just casually dipping his teeth.
Look, listen. I know we talking about, like, you know, in real life he did some old messed up stuff, and I don't know if he's atoned for any of that or whatever. But when it comes to the celluloid, Kevin Spacey's a beast.
He's not finished.
Nah, he's just pissing in our faces. We're just taking it like idiots.
That's the thing. There's still 2 left. Why would he walk in here unless that's part of the plan?
That part.
My client also wishes to inform you that if you do not accept, he will plead insanity across the board.
Let him try it. I'd like to see him try it.
Come on now.
He said, come on now.
It's your case. Make a decision.
Full confession. I'm in.
It has to be the both of you.
Yeah, see, he ain't said nothing.
They found blood from Doe, from him slicing his fingers, blood from the woman whose face he cut off, and blood from a third party.
Let's finish it.
I mean, yeah, you was expecting 2 more bodies anyway. So.
It's open and the UFO should fly out. I want you to have expected it.
Facts. Are they shaving their chest? Is that because they're going to put on a wire? Why they shaving their chest like that?
If you were man enough to actually file a claim, I'd buy you one out of my own pocket.
If I keep coming home late, my wife's gonna think something's up.
Tell him, he was right. This should have been your first damn case. This is a lot.
I got to give it to Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman. They're just world-class actors, you know. You give them a good script, they're going to give you something.
Well, and you know, here's the thing that you have to appreciate about Brad Pitt, too. Like you said, he really is not just a pretty face. You know what I'm saying? Like, a man can actually act.
Yeah, he got chops. Yeah.
Wanting people to listen, you can't just tap them on the shoulder anymore. You have to hit them with a sledgehammer. And then you'll notice you've got their strict attention. It's going to be... people will barely be able to comprehend.
Oh, Kevin Spacey.
Because I wouldn't want to miss it.
Oh, don't worry. You won't. You won't miss a thing.
See, anybody that's that calm and that smug, like, yeah.
It's like that quiet kid at the school, man. Or that one quiet kid in your neighborhood. You just
and ain't nobody looked in his backpack to see all the pipe bombs he got in there and the map around the school.
I've been trying to figure something in my head, and maybe you can help me out, yeah? When a person is insane, as you clearly are, maybe you're just sitting around reading Guns and Ammo in your own feces. You just stop and go.
It's more comfortable for you to label me insane. It's not something I would expect you to accept. But I did not choose.
I don't care who you are. That's funny as hell.
Oh, that's funny to me.
He said you just stop and say, damn, I'm crazy as hell.
Wow.
This is a man who dedicated his life to making money by lying with every breath that he could muster to keeping murderers and rapists on the...
Look at this emotion. You're knocking him off his square right now. Yeah, you get emotional and you start...
But that's the point. We see a deadly sin on every street corner. We tolerate it because it's common. It's trivial.
Well, he's not lying about that part. It's socially acceptable.
Because you're going to be remembered after this. Realize, detective, the only reason that I'm here right now is that I wanted to be.
That part. No, you wouldn't. Don't lie to yourself.
Your trap, tell me, what was the indisputable evidence you were going to use on me right before I walked up to you and put my hands in the air?
John.
Oh, that's right. And I seem to remember breaking your face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're only alive because I didn't kill you.
I mean, these are all facts.
Remember that, detective, every time you look in the mirror at that face of yours for the rest of your life. Or should I say, for the rest of what life I've allowed you to...
Woo!
You're no messiah. You're a movie of the week. You're a fucking t-shirt, at best.
Look at that transfer of aggression. See, because now who's angry? Now who's emotional?
I want you to go up, way up. 30 seconds, bang east, on my mark, 30 seconds.
Look at all these power lines. Can't nobody live out here. Look at this trailer. That much power over top of your head, you got to have like a permanent stutter or something.
Just always glitching in and out.
Yeah, just glitching. Thing is, I don't trust dude. He's still ahead of them. They just, you know what I'm saying? Like you trying to see the traps, but he got him buried. Like you can't.
Get out. Slowly. Stop. Stay.
Dead dog.
The hell is that?
Dead dog.
Oh.
I didn't do that. What time is it? Why? I'd like to know.
7:01.
Speculative Dugan.
Be ready for anything now. Wait for my signal. Wait for me.
Got him an old school revolver.
Get out of the van!
That's fourth time he's ever pulled his gun. He actually shot it.
What are you doing here?
I
package, man. I got this package for this guy, David. Detective David Mills.
What? Oh my God.
Get it.
It's like, again, dude, you know what I'm saying? Dude's out here playing on his Palpatine-ness. You know what I'm saying? Like, you done mailed yourself a package out here to this exact spot. That's why he kept asking the time.
This guy paid me $500 to bring it out here, man. He said he wanted it here at exactly 7 o'clock.
You late. You late, my boy.
We got a box! Call the bomb squad. I need a bomb squad. We got a box!
Face the van. Hands up.
One of the most memed phrases in Hollywood is coming up.
Okay, go. Off you go. Go! I'm sending the
Damn, he got
driver
the
out
van
on
and
foot.
everything.
My man needs a chest.
It needs the chest. He's like, yeah, I don't know that. Yeah.
I'm gonna open it.
When I
Switchblade.
said I admired you, I meant what I said.
Why he keep saying that? He just said that like 3 times now. No. What's in the... Oh, no, 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 no. No, nuh-uh, nuh-uh, no, no, no.
John Doe has the upper hand. Mills!
Here he comes.
What?
I wish I could have lived like you did.
Shut up.
Yeah, shut up.
Do you hear me, Detective? I'm trying to tell you how much I admire you. And your pretty wife.
Oh, my God.
Her pretty head.
Dog. Dog.
Hold on. Shh.
What's going on over there?
Put the gun down.
saw you with the box. What was in the box?
What's in the box?
That's what he wants. He wants you to shoot him.
No! No! You tell me that's not.
Because if he shoots him, then he becomes vengeance. He becomes wrath.
Wrath.
Tell me she's all right!
She's a murderous suspect, David.
No!
Oh. Just throw it all away, you know.
No!
Shut up!
She begged for her life.
Shut up.
And for the life of the baby inside of her.
Oh. He goes, motherfucker, what you say?
Bruh.
You didn't know.
He didn't know.
William Somerset did. Oh, look at him. Don't,
David.
Don't.
If you kill him,
Don't do it.
he will win.
Don't do it. Oh, look at him. He's like, and this is my last case. This is some bullshit. And that's David Mills' last case too. Grand opening, grand closing.
Brad Pitt.
And now he got to go see what's in the box.
Christ. Somebody called somebody. Somebody.
He said, somebody call somebody.
Woo!
Oh.
One of the most memorable moments in cinema.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Ernest Hemingway once wrote, "The world is a fine place and worth fighting for." I agree with the second part.
If you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see a cut down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. But if you want to watch the whole thing with us uncut, uninterrupted, head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/Syntell. Become a member of this channel. You'll get access to the full uncut reaction, but you will need your own Netflix, HBO Max, or Disney Plus subscription so you can open up each episode in an adjacent window to our reaction. We'll give you a little time with a small reference video at the bottom of the screen to help you sync up the footage. And it'll be like you're watching it with your favorite pals from the internet. Brilliant. Brilliance is what this movie is. This is a 10 out of 10 movie. There's not a lot of them. There's not a lot that you'll see. This is cinematic perfection. That's all I can start off with. I know you're processing. You can just shut me up whenever you're ready to say something. But yeah, this shot a lot of people to superstardom. This shot Morgan Freeman to superstardom, Fincher to superstardom, Kevin Spacey, who wasn't even top billed. You know, at the time when this came out, nobody really even knew. Brad Pitt, of course. There's a reason why it's on IMDb's top 10 of greatest movies of all time, maybe even top 20.
So and this isn't dude. Right now I'm angry more than anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but not why you think. To be someone who is a cinephile, how have I not watched this?
Yeah. I remember when we had, in case you didn't know, behind the scenes, we was just kind of going through some of IMDb's top lists and just like going through it. I remember you had mentioned, I was like, 7. He's like, you know what? I haven't seen 7. And I think you remember my look of like,
yeah, you're like, I think your jaw actually hit the floor. He was like, he said, oh no, that's the one.
That's
the one.
That's the one. That is the one. I'm jealous because I wish I could see it again for the first time. You know, it's still amazing, you know, like I said, I haven't seen it in like 20 years, but I am jealous of the fact that you get to see it for the first time, man. There's something about that. It opens the door so much.
The fact how he played them and told them there's 2 more bodies in the desert that he hadn't even put there yet. He brought Mill's wife's head, had it delivered in a box by a damn courier, and then had Mills take him out as the last body. That is the most diabolical. That is some top level. Listen, that is some Sheev Palpatine. Like, you know, one of the reasons why Darth Sidious gets so much props as being one of the greatest villains in all of cinema is because that he had a long-term plan. He was working his plan for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
And everything. And he's standing right in the alleged good guy's face all the time, just as evil as he want to be, and didn't nobody know nothing. As a matter of fact, they didn't know nothing really until he kind of exposed himself.
Yeah.
This dude here is same thing. Like, and he did all this. How he catch Somerset on his last week on the job? Like, you couldn't have waited a week to start dropping bodies, my boy. Like,
oh yeah,
and Mills, he just moved to town. He went to the first murder and hadn't even been to the precinct yet. Like, he just got here.
Just showed up.
He has been in town all of a week, and now is guilty of, what is it? Is that premeditated murder? I don't even know what. I don't even
know what degree that is.
That is. I mean, you cannot say that that wasn't a crime of passion. You cannot say that that was a moment of pure insanity.
Yeah.
And he didn't even know for sure, but he knew. He knew. Dude told him, and his partner said it without saying it.
Yeah.
My wife's head is in a box. And hold on. The other revelation of, wait, and she was pregnant?
Yeah.
And you cut her
cherry on top
and head off and put it in a box and have it delivered to me? Like, the fact that to me, he got a light. Him shooting him with them bullets, I was like, listen, you need some of that. What you did to old boy for a year, you need some of that. As a matter of fact, and we're going to mix that with what you had old dude do to the prostitute with the, you need to get all that from Jamal and them in prison. Like,
everything you just said, man.
Like, I am beside myself right now. Like, I can't even.
Yeah. That's all of this is the proper response. All of this.
Okay, so he kept writing him off as crazy, and it's hard to not say that what he did is not on the spectrum of batshit insane.
Yeah.
But the patience, the amount of being methodical and waiting for your spot, picking your moments, being so far ahead of the competition that shit, at every turn you got to clue them in and then wait on them to get the clue.
Yeah. It's nuts. Even I picked up something I didn't pick up the last time I seen this, and then right before they take John Doe, right before John Doe gives himself up, he walks in, because this is all happening the same day. A woman, the woman that's at the head of I guess the lead police lady that handles all of the calls and stuff, and she was like, "Hey, you got all these messages from your wife," and it was a fist full of just messages.
Yeah,
she had been trying to get in contact, like, yo, some dudes keep calling, or this guy's here, or whatever it was. And then, he just took the messages and just put them in his pocket and kept it moving. I just first might ever noticed that. I was like, oh, this is nuts. Yo, and then he shows up covered in her blood. It's foul, it's wicked. It's jacked up, man. Kevin Spacey, man, like
he shows up with her blood on him.
Yeah.
And they said that's his blood, the blood of the woman whose nose he had just cut off. Because remember, they said that was fresh. Yeah. And his wife's blood. A third person who is yet unidentified.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's talk. What? I agree with you. There's not many movies, and usually, and maybe that's why I never watched this, because even though I don't do horror, in suspense thrillers, I guess is what this is one of those ones is kind of, it toes a fine line. And sometimes depending on, I kind of shy away from. So I knew that this was on the list of, 100 or, top 20, best movies of all time. Like but just 20. One of those ones is like a lot of things, like, I don't know, I can't handle some of that stuff. It's not just I can't handle, but I really feel for me to be able to stay in my peace, and as I continue my own mental journey, there's some shit I don't need to fool with, and like there's enough trauma in my life, just personal, professional, military, streets of LA, like there's enough trauma for me to deal with, instead of adding other shit like this for me to think about as I go to sleep.
I respect that.
I get it. I see why this movie is in the top, whatever it is. This movie is an absolute cinematic masterpiece.
It is.
From the acting was sublime. Morgan Freeman, Kevin Spacey were chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt stepped up to the plate and really held his own. I mean, and to be the young, brash, the hothead, I get it. And he played the part wonderfully. We really didn't get a whole lot of Gwyneth, but we got enough of her to feel the sympathy for her, especially that was, even though it was weird, it was awkward, but that last meeting that she had with Morgan Freeman, about, how much she hate the city. I mean, they just got there. Then they got sold this shit ass apartment that, shakes like an earthquake when the subway come through. Like, god damn.
Yeah.
God damn.
And then, like, another thing about the brilliant thing about these kind of movies is that it gives you something to think about when you're done. And one of these things, and because I remember seeing this, I was in school. I saw, oh my God. And we got back to the crib, and everybody was just like, yo, I'm still trying to figure out, like, the nature of good and evil. How do you process that? How do you process being naive in a city like New York during this time period when all this craziness has happened? The young police officer who has these ideals, the weathered veteran who's been through it and has literally combed the disgusting streets of what You know, some could consider Sodom
and has
and Gomorrah.
has become cynical and
has become cynical.
to unattach himself from this bullshit.
There is that moment when they are sitting there just talking to each other over about the nature of good and evil over a beer, and they both hit on some very good points, both of them. And I think we needed to have that conversation in order for those choices to be made for Somerset to all of a sudden believe, in a sense of what Brad Pitt's character's Mills was talking about regarding, you know, the redemption of people and places and things can have a positive light to it, and him having that spin, right? When he's like, don't look at the box, you know, put your gun down. And then Mills flipping the script and then him falling into the whole, like, everything is hopeless, nothing can be answered. You know, that switch is so crazy in the end, you know, of becoming wrath, becoming the thing that you're trying to fight one of these 7 deadly sins, to corrupt something that is good and honest. And you know, like, I know that we talk about Star Wars a lot, and we talk about the Sith and how, you know, they play into emotion and never turn their back on it, and they make a lot of decisions based off of that, whereas the Jedi are more logical in their thinking and how they're going about it. And I think that's kind of like how Somerset and Mills are. You know, Somerset's more of like a Jedi, and Mills is more of like Sith in a sense, in terms of, you know, not denying how they're feeling.
He's Anakin. He's a young Padawan who was corrupted.
Yes, there's so many layers to it.
He was corrupted, and the thing is,
yes, he was corrupted.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Honestly, was he corrupted?
Yeah.
Because he's okay. So he was a police officer, and he's on the side of good. He's trying to put away the evil, trying to put away the bad man.
Yes.
But Somerset tried to tell him, we can't go in here. What reason do we even have? We found out illegally through my FBI Connect about dude. We didn't even have any reason to even be here off top. We can't prosecute him. We can't put him away correctly, legally, if we do this. And he kicked that door and was like, well, we here now.
Yeah. Which is a funny
That's a corrupt action. That's, you know what I'm saying? Because then he had the lady lie to tell the story to, like, that was first step. That was that first step down the dark path. Like, your sage, your Jedi, Yoda, is retiring. He's about to, you know what I'm saying, peace out and become a Force ghost in a day or two. Who's to say that we look back at Mills in a few years and he's the most corrupt dude on the damn thing? He come in, like, he fought to get this. And from his speech pattern, if this is New York City, sound like he came from Toronto. Same came like he came from Canada.
Upstate.
He came from upstate. So I mean, you know, like Buffalo, Niagara Falls, like Canada, you know. Because you know how he said at everything, you know what I'm saying? Like a Canadian.
Well,
I don't know, dude. Like
I'm curious what you all think in the chat, because I know there's a lot of.
I just did a deep dive that I haven't even finished editing yet. Talking about that last episode of The Acolyte, and just talking about the duality of man, about how evil and good is present in each of us, and how you choose to live your life, walk your walk, and how, you know what I'm saying, like, we are capable of any moment of flipping the script, you know. And it's just like, I might be the best guy you know and do community service and, you know, teach Bible study and all that, but then if you did something to my kids or something like that, I may flip the script, and, you know, you seeing the 10th Doctor in the Family of Blood, like, I'm gonna go diabolical on that ass, and you be like, wait, that's not the same dude that read Bible study. Yes, that's him, but now you have touched a nerve in me that now I've opened that door to the other side you didn't want to see. Like,
yeah, anybody can get it. That's one. I think that's one of the messages. Anybody can be corrupted. You know, if your environment can change you, You know, I think that's what Somerset was saying. Morgan Freeman's character was saying. He was like, I don't understand this place anymore. He was probably in a lot of ways like Mills in the beginning. You know, he had a lot of positive ideas, you know, doing these things for the greater good. But he ends up getting caught in the monotony of it. You see him with, what is those things that they use in music? I forgot what they're called. Things that go back and forth that keep time.
Metronome.
A metronome. The monotony. He's caught up in the monotony. And they both have an effect on each other.
To sleep.
Right. But then, you know, Mills, you know, he's going to have an effect and break up the monotony. This case breaks up the monotony. It puts him into a space where he can kind of like be a detective and maybe do something for the greater good. It pulls him out of what he thought was going to be. They're both of them are extremes. Mills and Somerset are both extremes. But it took John Doe to pull them from the safety of each one of those. You know, there's safety in the monotony, there's safety in naivety. But when you have to actually look at evil, things happen. And we saw what happened. We saw what happened to Mills. And you said what you just said, you know. Any one of us put in extreme enough situation is gonna make a very, you know, crazy decision. It just depends on how pressed you are. I think we've kind of gone on for a hot second. I'm gonna give you the mic so you can close out on your final thoughts, and also make sure you shout out your channel regarding how important it is to get a deeper understanding of some of the content that we're watching with some of your deep dives.
On my channel, I watch movies and TV shows and stuff with you, and I try to find those themes, those tropes, those things that stand out to me and resonate. Like, there's a lot here. And I would love to say that I'm going to do a deep dive on this. I don't think I am, because this has affected me in a different way. However, a lot of the stuff that's in this movie is in some of the other stuff I have recently done. So if you check a few of my Doctor Who deep dives, and I just did one for The Acolyte. I did another one for another movie I recently watched called Hitman. That deal with a lot of this same kind of stuff. Like this was something. And it's I need to go find a comedy special. I think I might go watch
palate cleanse.
I need to cleanse my palate right there, because this is disturbing. It's highly disturbing. But however, my hat is off not only to Morgan Freeman, Brad Pitt, Kevin Spacey, but listen, David Fincher, sir, I've heard and I knew that you were a great director, but I did not know why you were there. I know now. My hat is off to you, sir. If you're interested in looking at any of, listen to my deep dives and just really how I talk about some of this stuff has affected me, go to my YouTube page. I do have a Patreon as well. Go to my YouTube page, youtube.com/Noop from the Ville, NUPEFROMDAVILLE. Listen, when you're thinking about this stuff, here. It needs to be here. You need to think about it logically, methodically. You need to, put your best foot. Use common sense. I know it's not common. Common sense, right here. But while you're doing that, this right here, empathy, sympathy. We're all in this together, and you knew what you were talking about. This was the one.
Hey, and listen, if you've been enjoying the conversation that me and Rekkai have having our back and forth, be a friend of the channel and hit that subscription button. Of course, give us that thumbs up, because that's how the people know you're digging what we're giving you. And if you want another deeper experience of just the community of people that just been enjoying these reactions, please check out the Patreon. We're adding new things, including a Discord, to make this experience like a fun community to just chop it up with people that think just like you. Hey, thank you all for your time, and we will catch you all on the next episode. All right, y'all. Take care.